I think it's fair to say we've seen more change in our business in the past 15 months than in the past 15 years. It has been a dynamic process. It's been one in which we've had to pivot our business to one that's much more digitally based, one that allows us to use the cloud and other tools to provide our services. All of that was only possible because we could migrate our key clients onto cloud and other solutions and give them the same service but delivered via digital and online research tools that we invested in over that period. And of course, not only have we managed to survive through the period, we've also taken the time to invest in new tools and methodologies that have enabled our team to provide some new products and services to our clients. There's much that I'm proud of in the work we've done, but I think if I had to pick one project or client, it has to be the Department of Health. The work we've done for the Department of Health has been more than just market research. It's the first time I've seen research used as a key decision-making tool by NEFIT and other authorities. The work we did for them and continue to do involves a weekly survey, and we work closely with the communications team in order to deliver that. And I think we can say that that work has played a key part in the department's response to the pandemic. And it's something myself and my team are very proud of. And I think that also tells us that it's making a real impact. Another sign of that impact is that the Department of Health won the All-Ireland Marketing Award for Insight and Market Research this year on the back of the work that we and others have done with the department. In a nutshell, I'd say the message is, don't forget the human touch. The simple fact is that people are people, your customers, your colleagues, and we get a little distracted in marketing by the new tools, the shiny new toys that we like to play with, including digital solutions. But the one lesson for me is that marketing has to be about people, your customers and your colleagues. And if you retain that focus, even through difficult times like those we've been through, then you won't lose the human touch and you'll continue to add value in your business. I think if there's one thing I've learned is to keep things in perspective. It's too easy when you're running a business to get distracted by the day job and to stay focused on the business and the services you're providing. But I think I've learned, and maybe others have learned, that business, like the economy, it's part of a bigger picture, it's part of society. And I think if we can see what we're doing in that bigger context, if we can recognize there's a connection between what we do in our day job and the value we create and wider, bigger societal outcomes, then I think that's a valuable lesson or learning from all of this. There are many brands and businesses that I admire, but if I could pick a sector, that sector would have to be the public sector and state agencies. They probably haven't had a fair record in terms of marketing, but in reality, what we've been through in the past 12-15 months has clearly shown our public sector responding in an extraordinarily innovative way to the challenges we've been experiencing. I've seen it up close, of course, with the Department of Health, but when I look at what the public transport services have done, the Gardaí, local authorities, even the revenue commissioners in response to all we've been through, I think they deserve some kudos for the innovative, flexible and customer-friendly way in which they've responded to the crisis we've been through. This is a question we've been asking for some time, even early on in the pandemic. Clearly there are a lot of psychological consequences. We see that in our tracking research. And for a minority, there will be some trauma that they will continue to feel and experience in the period ahead. But that will pass eventually. I think the big impact in terms of consumer markets, and I think this is important for marketers, is that we're seeing a significant shift in people's values and beliefs. We see that in terms of people's views about work, about family, about leisure and lifestyles. And I think that that's something that will have a longer term consequence. Now, it's still a minority of the people of the population who are shifting, so to speak, in terms of their priorities and their beliefs and values, but they are significant shifts. We think it'll impact on the speed of recovery in some sectors, for example, travel. Some people have made a big shift away from travel as part of their lifestyle preferences, but it will also have a wider impact in terms of the location of business and economic activity. By that I mean the spatial distribution of people's consumption habits and where they spend their money and their time, with implications for our main streets, for our suburbs, and for our cities, particularly outside of Dublin. I think the role and contribution of marketing will be even more important in the future. It's at the heart of the Institute's new strategy agreed by the board. Our vision is for marketing to be acknowledged as the key value creator for business and for Ireland, and to be recognised as a global hub for marketing expertise. So there's two dimensions to that. One is recognising that in the turbulent times we've been through and are going through, that marketing will be the key source of unlocking opportunities and growing value within businesses, connecting that to products and services that customers will want to buy, ultimately to our economic well-being. But the second element to that is the international dimension, which is to say that more than ever, marketing and marketing skills and practice has to have an international focus. It has to be aligned with global trends, and through that to be capable of turning emerging needs into business growth. So I guess what I would say really to our viewers and listeners is that we're heading into an extraordinary time of opportunity. I think marketing is going to be at the heart of that. I like to think market research will play a part in it too. But I think the new opportunities that will emerge from the experience we've been through will create new platforms for profit and for growth, for job creation, and for all the good things that are important to our economic well-being, as well as to the contribution and status of marketing within Ireland's businesses.